Live from San Antonio, Mike Taylor.
We've got breakfast for you boys today. As you already know, because I texted you earlier to prepare you for this.
Okay, yes, I remember now. I was really nervous looking at that white bottle you have in front of you.
Look how generic this is.
Yeah, I kind of like it.
I think they're going for this. This is the point. This here is called Barcode, and I only found it in one store in town, here in San Antonio, where we do this thing. I actually had to I couldn't find it.
Remember, we were joking. I think I said Friday, are we going to have to go to a GNC or a vitamin store to find it? Because I figured it would be pretty rare. I mean, I've never seen it at a gas station or anything.
Well, now that Wemby is promoting this, I bet you more stores get it. And now that we're promoting it, it's going to blow up because, we're
That's
us.
right. Yeah, exactly. So where did you have to go?
Central Market in Alamo Heights.
Okay, never mind.
That's where I found it.
Yeah, I've seen it. And that's why it's
okay. This here is Barcode. It's a plant-based health drink. It's cold. It's liquidy. It feels like Gatorade. It's not like a smoothie, but it's plant-based.
Okay. I was worried it might be thick.
No, it's real liquidy. Okay. The veteran Kyle Kuzma started this with some people. Well, they signed Wembanyama last week, which is a good get for Kyle, man. Good on that dude. Wembanyama is promoting this, that he's endorsing this product, and thought we'd try it today. I got two different flavors. I was going to get a case, but all they had left were these two bottles. That's all they had left.
Doesn't surprise me.
And I looked all over the city. Finally, I drove all the way down to Alamo Heights last night to get this stuff at Central Market. I've got two flavors here. Lemon lime, which, okay, makes sense.
Gatorade, yeah.
This is purple. It's a purple label. Take a guess on what it's called. Did you already see it?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
it looks like a prototype bottle if they haven't come up with a label yet.
That's exactly what it looks. It looks like a Gatorade research bottle that they're...
No, this is the way it looks on the shelf, all generic.
I mean, what are we... Puff the Dragon?
No, dude. The flavor's Pinot Noir.
Oh, that sounds awful.
Right?
Why would you want to drink that? Are you supposed to drink these after a workout?
He had it with him after the game the other night, and he was drinking out of it.
Why would you want
He had it,
flavor?
and he had it on the bench during the games that he didn't play, Wemby. Here you go, Bubba.
Is this the Pinot?
Yeah. I poured you about 2 sips worth,
all right.
And we'll wash that around, and we'll do the lemon lime. We'll drink this as we go. I'm sure it's fine. Pinot Noir, plant-based health drink brought to you by Victor Wembanyama.
Okay.
It tastes like grape juice.
That's all it is. It does taste...
LG, try it.
It definitely tastes like a grape juice wine.
Yeah, it's got a hint of a winey thing going, but it's not overbearing.
Yeah,
I don't care for it.
Would I drink this after workout? Shit, no.
No,
God, no. Here, chug that, and we'll try the lemon lime. You got to get rid of it.
You poured too much.
Yeah, I'll do it. Don't be one of them.
So is it here? Let me see the bottle.
Yeah, read the shit. It's got mushrooms in it.
Yeah, I wonder. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I don't want to sit there and do this all day. By the way,
that's the weird aftertaste I'm tasting in there. It's probably the mushrooms.
Yeah, it's crazy. So it's got
10% juice.
Key ingredients: vitamin D, ashwagandha, magnesium. Key benefits: premium hydration, no added sugar, 12 vitamins and minerals for immunity and performance. Ultra purified water, pure coconut water. Okay,
yeah,
I'm tasting
shiitake mushroom extract.
Yeah, natural lemon lime flavor. This is lemon lime I've got here. Yeah, shiitake mushroom extract and contains tree nuts from the coconut milk.
Okay.
Here, before you some. This is the lemon lime. I bet we'd like this better.
Yeah, surely.
Here, come get some of this, dude. It smells good. Here, take a hit of this, LG. Making him get up.
Like in junior high again.
Or some of that get back to me.
Swapping
Boone's farm.
Yeah,
Dude, don't be bogarting that, bro. Hand it over. All right, you get some. It's Mike Taylor live. How you boys doing? Way better?
It tastes like the...
It's Gatorade.
Yeah.
It's watered down Gatorade.
Exactly. It tastes like the Gatorade, the zero sugar Gatorade.
Okay,
That's
cool.
exactly what it tastes like.
All right, cool.
That's not bad.
All right.
That's pretty good, actually.
God, what'd I pay for this per bottle?
Let me guess.
Trying to think now. Because I went, since I was there, I went and got a bunch of shit. I got this with it.
I would say it's somewhere between $3.50 and $4 a bottle.
I want to say $4
That would
each.
be my guess.
Yeah, it's a lot, so it'll take you a good hour to drink it all.
But you're supposed to, like a Gatorade, you're supposed to
sip it during the day.
Yeah, it's not like it's a
carry it with you.
Tall boy or anything, just a normal size.
Well, I'm biased because I support Victor Wembanyama, who is my current favorite NBA player, obviously.
Did you happen to see the? Are you familiar with the work? That one's
the Pinot Noir. The taste is fine. It stinks.
Yes,
but then it leaves an aftertaste.
And it's the after. That one is way more.
We'll send this one back to the lab.
That one feels like you can taste the fact that it's plant-based.
Yes.
More than
you can taste the mushrooms.
Right. More than the lemon. The lemon lime, you could blind taste test, and I don't think I would tell that apart from the sugarless Gatorade.
I'm sure my coffee will taste wonderful after that.
That's what I was about to say. Now let me scorch my palate with some coffee. No, are you familiar with the dude on social media, the pitching ninja?
No.
Okay, it's awesome. It's a great account. Oh, man, I can't think of his real name. It's he's a baseball
pitching ninja
analyst, but he goes by pitching ninja, and he puts out Rob Friedman is his name.
Okay.
He puts out basically like breakdowns of specific pitchers and their mechanics, and he's the guy that you'll see. I think I've sent you some of his stuff before, where it shows like one pitcher, and it's overlapped all four of their pitches all simultaneous, so you can see what the batters are seeing.
Oh, that's cool.
So I love that. It's awesome, right? So he's great. So yesterday he put out this morning he put out. So it showed two pitchers from the Giants yesterday, and one of them is a sidearmer, but he is an extremely exaggerated sidearm. So he's way down, and he leans off to the side, gets way low to the ground. So, and the other guy's a left-hander who's releasing it from over the top.
Okay.
What the batters saw yesterday between those two pitchers, from the guy releasing at the top with his left to the guy throwing sidearm with his right, the difference between their release points is exactly Victor Wembanyama's height.
Holy shit.
It's a 7'4" difference.
My God.
So one time through the order, you saw over the top left, and then the next time through the order, it was literally a Victor Wembanyama difference from where you saw the ball coming at
Who
you.
was the dude that threw for the A's 20 years ago? He damn near was underhanded. Chad Bradford? Damn near underhanded he pitched him. It's amazing that a guy can do that and make it work on a big league level.
This guy is
That's cool
exactly the same.
But it was Wemby's height.
Extremely exaggerated. Yeah, look, here, look at the absurdity of the...
okay, you're going to show it to me?
Yeah, you can see it's ridiculous.
Send that to LG. We'll post that later. That's great. All right, it's Taylor Live. We're on YouTube. How you boys doing? If you can listen to it. Yeah, on Spotify, please do. We want to get our Spotify numbers up. We want to get our YouTube views up. And how you do that is you listen to them and you subscribe to those and become a member of our YouTube channel. You can give us a tip during these shows or anytime you want to on our Super Chat, or you can go to buymeacoffee.com/Mike Taylor Live. You can chat with us, and I've been going after shows lately, been making sure that I go and chat with Thunder Numbers. It's hard for me to chat with you while I'm on the air. So if you leave a comment, I appreciate it. We'll get to you as we can. As far as me getting to it, obviously I've got to run my mouth, and I'm not talented enough to sit up here and talk, drink goofy-ass energy drinks, and chat, so I'll get to the chats after we get done. All right? All right, it is Taylor, and we got a lot of shit today because we got a lot of help now. We're going to be announcing 2 new partners today in this show.
No one told me.
2 new ones. So you're going to get your wish. Looks like our shows may go a little longer now. I've been trying to get out here at 45 minutes every day.
I feel the pressure when we get to about 10:40.
You can tell I'm ready to go.
And I've got a new idea.
I'm just looking at you like, no.
Yeah, and you're just like, wrap it up. Wrap it up. Package. Yep. Nope. Is this going to take longer than 90 seconds? Then hold it for tomorrow. That's
right. Let's not meander. Quick hits. Headlines. Headlines, buddy.
Bullets.
Yeah.
Bullet
Thunder Numbers just want quick headlines and go on.
Love your information. Just give me bullet points.
Love it. Yeah, we'll do Think Tank Radio later.
It is a day of new announcements. 2 new sponsors that I'm going to learn about shortly.
Yeah.
As well as the elephant in the room The fact that we're in a different room.
The blow up doll in the room.
No, this feels more.
You like it?
I like it.
Okay, cool.
It doesn't feel as spacey. It feels like we're compact, a little more intimate.
I don't mind.
Well, I mean, because it is. You're no longer in my freaking living room.
That's correct.
We had to get out of here.
Come on now.
We're in another bedroom.
I didn't know how many details exactly you would want to give out.
So LG has a palatial fucking house. I mean, it's
only
stupid.
word to describe it.
I haven't even seen the other half of it.
For one
and
person.
I've been coming here over a year and a half.
One person.
Right? Well, he's got a little and a dog. This is one of the wings of this estate that we're finally doing the show.
We're back in our original studio. This is where it all started.
The crib's got wing like a jet.
Yeah, show one was in here. Do you remember what I told you? I said, if you're still working it, if you're still running my board in a year, I'm going to fire you.
Man, how times have
I'm going to make
changed,
you do better.
How many years ago was that now? That was
It was October 21.
2021. Okay.
Yeah, year and a half.
Okay.
It was show one. And what's today's what, 99?
99.
99. Tomorrow's show 100. About that. Son of a bitch.
What
We're
are we-
right back in the same room.
Yeah, so
And both unemployed.
it's kind of a bit of a full circle there.
But we got lots of supporters on our little ding-dong show, like Hank the Realtor. Hank. Vortex Realty. It is my man, Hank. Hank Perez, serving Bernie, New Braunfels, in San Antonio, Texas. There is a shortage of homes in and around this area. Why is there a shortage of homes? Well, two reasons. A, lots of sumbitches are moving in here. And B, it's jacking up housing costs, which could be good for you if you own a house, if you're thinking about selling. Maybe you need some cash to get out of other debt or just want some equity. You got a lot of equity built up in the house. Time to cash in. Lots of guys do that. Some people live in 6, 7, 8, 9 houses over the course of their life because they buy a house and they flip it. You ready to see what your house is worth? Go get you some free comps. They call it a free market analysis. Basically, go get and see how much your stuff's worth. Text my man Hank at 300-1121. Find out what your property is worth. Maybe you got a buddy. Maybe you got a neighbor. Maybe your parents. They're looking to figure out what their stuff is worth too. Maybe they want to sell. Get a hold of my man Hank the Realtor. No obligations whatsoever, Thunderdome. Just text him and he'll get back to you. He also works with the official mortgage man of this show, Brad Hardwick. So they can tag team it, make you happy, and do what you need. So at least go see what your stuff is worth. It's 300-1121. It's Hank Perez, Vortex Realty. If you need a real estate agent, oh, Hank. Come on now, Hank.
There it is. Good Lord. We need to open a side business of creating jingles for local companies.
I know. I had a Thunderdomer that reached out. God, I should have saved the email. I have it in front of me. He was like, "Yeah, we were in the throes of passion. Me and my wife. We were making out on the couch, and I knew that it was about to go somewhere." And did a bit, and he yelled, "Come on, Hank!" Right before they were about to go to the bedroom. I'm like, dude.
And we have live footage of what it sounded like. Yeah. God.
I told him, I said, dude, next time, have the decency to roll on it.
Yeah,
And
at least
send us the audio.
Jesus.
Anyway, so thanks to Hank the Realtor. All right. So I wanted to bring Wemby up today. Obviously, we're drinking his drink here. Again, I don't want you to tell everybody, Taylor said it's shit. The Pinot Noir is not shit. It's just not great.
Well, look,
lemon lime's good.
Not every flavor of Gatorade is good. Like there's half of them I could do away with, never to be tasted again and be fine.
I don't know why. I've had less than 5 Gatorades in 20 years.
I cut back during the pandemic because I wasn't.
A lot of kids drink Gatorade just because.
That's what I did.
You're not supposed to do that.
I know that's what I learned later.
That's
in
to
life.
replenish electrolytes from working out.
Well, and it's also a lot of sugar. Right, exactly.
No, fat.
I would drink. My grandma, we'd stay with them every weekend, and she would mix the powder mix, but refill the bottles.
Yeah.
So I would still think it was normal,
right.
from the gas station Gatorade.
So many things that were billed to us as healthy in the 80s. Oh my God, think of the lawsuits.
Yeah, like drinking milk, the whole milk campaign.
Yeah, milk's going to make. No, you're not supposed to drink. No, you're really not supposed to. Not really. Not a lot. I drink 4 cups a day. Look how in good shape I am.
Human beings are the only species on Earth that drinks milk after infancy, and the only species that drinks another animal's milk.
Huh. He's right about
Fun
that.
facts.
You don't see baboons running around sucking on cows' titties.
We're also the only mammals that pay for our domicile, so
Yeah, I know.
we're kind of doing a lot of things backwards.
We fuck everything up. Human beings screw up everything. Everything. Because we don't have any moderation. We have no willpower to just take what you need.
But we
gotta
screw
take
it up.
10 times what we need.
And then fix it only to screw it up again. It's a vicious cycle.
And of course, absolutely. So anyway, shout out to all the non-humans in the world that don't fuck up this planet.
I'm surprised we don't have cereal talk on the docket today.
Is it national?
Serial
Is it
murder
international? Serial murder.
Yeah,
talk.
not cereal. I realize I left out a key adjective there.
The beauty of this show is we'll get to things when we get to them.
Okay, see, and this is what's going to happen. At 9:40, I'm going to bring up the suspected serial killer that got arrested, and we're going to package.
All right, because I want to talk about Damian Lillard. I was just reading shit.
Dollar Dame.
You know, I have a lot of time on my hands. I've watched 2 Astros games since Thursday.
Oh, well, and I got a hot Rangers opinion from you over the weekend, too. That tells me you're bored out of your mind.
I was watching the Rangers, too, man.
And you made it all the way to the 7th inning, or at least tuned in.
No, I was in the car
Okay.
when I sent that. I turned on that Sports Star Asstown, and they had the Rangers game on, and they had a stop down for God Bless America, and I sent Puma a hot sports opinion about God Bless America.
It was hot, all right.
Yeah, it was dumb that we do it. That was my opinion. Why are we doing that still? I mean, it's 2023. It's fine. The war is over. We're all Americans. Why do we need to stop down and get off? Baseball's the only sport that brings your mood down in the middle of its events.
What are you talking about? That gets me jacked for an eighth inning comeback.
Yeah, maybe turn it off and go to music.
Night.
I went to music. It's cornball. It's cheesy. It's fake. It's not genuine. It's bullshit. You're not honoring veterans.
Yeah.
It's forced horseshit to show how patriotic the Rangers are, and it needs to go.
Well,
that was my opinion.
And that's baseball for you.
Forced patriotism is an insult to military personnel,
patriots.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's bullshit.
Yeah, I mean,
baseball has to get all mom and pop and apple pie, 1950s bullshit, when they've done so much in the last 5 years to make strides. They've got me watching. I'm listening on the radio, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, that's
they got me back.
Yeah.
So don't run me off with your same old school cheese bag shit. Let all that die and let's evolve.
What's worse, God Bless America every 7th inning stretch, or the Cotton Eye Joe immediately following it?
Chuck Morgan should have retired 10 years ago. Chuck's doing the same bits he did when I was 5. And I love Chuck. But let's evolve here. Let's evolve. Oh, that's enough. What else today?
Why is Damian
Lillard? I wrote a column last week that it would be dumb, not just for the Spurs, but for anybody to trade for him. And then I saw a note yesterday. I didn't even know this when I wrote the column. You know how much he's owed in the last year of his deal?
Yeah, what is it? 60 million?
63.
Yeah.
He's guaranteed
that's a lot.
$63 million.
That's quite a bit.
In the last year of his current contract when he'll be 37 years old. What?
Get the fuck out of here.
No way.
The one thing...
Stupid.
The one thing you could argue in terms of maintaining prime stats, maintaining the prime of his career, he is actually, like, last year was statistically, efficiency-wise,
he's great.
PER rating, his best season of his career.
How old is he now? 33?
32.
He's awesome. And he's damn sure not what the Spurs need, though, right now. Miami may say, F it and go ahead and give the... Hey, that's the other thing. Miami's the one team he wants to go to, but it's going to gut their roster to get him, is it not? What's the point to pay Peter to rob Paul? I said that cliche backwards, but you know what I mean.
It holds.
As I just got to thinking about the Spurs, I guarantee you the Spurs have not given Damian Lillard one fucking thought, but it's been written by idiots in the media that maybe the Spurs should trade for Lillard. They have all this cap space. The Spurs haven't given that one thought.
Dame literally turned 33 2 days ago.
Okay, cool.
So we're right there on it.
Maybe that's why I was reading about him.
If you're Miami, though, and you're as close as you think you are, I mean, obviously lost in the finals to the Nuggets, second finals appearance in the last 3 years. if you're that close, you did that without Tyler Hero because he was injured. Mm-hmm. If Tyler Hero is the main
he turned
piece,
into Tyler Zero.
If Tyler Zero is the Houston legend, Tyler the rapper Zero, if Tyler Hero is the main piece you're giving up to get Dame, you just saw what that team could do in the playoffs without Tyler Hero. Now you're giving up Hero and you're losing a Caleb Martin. Or, I mean, they've already lost Gabe Vincent. They've already lost
Here we go.
players.
You're meandering.
No. That's what I'm saying.
Like the Spurs shouldn't be doing
it. But if you're Miami, absolutely go for it.
I guess.
I mean, throw it in. You've got Jimmy Butler over 30. You've got Bam as your defensive piece on the interior. Dame fits that team really nicely. And if you're as close as you are, as they think they are.
Yeah, maybe Pat feels I won't be around anyway in 4 years.
That helps too.
He's gotten really old.
Yeah, that helps too.
Still kicking ass though. His teams are still kicking ass. All right, so the Spurs. I got to thinking about that and I saw that note. And of course, the Spurs aren't going to entertain the notion. And he don't want to come here anyway. He wants to win the title right now.
No,
and Miami wants to win the title right now.
They would be the third piece in a potential Miami,
but not getting
Portland.
Lillard.
No,
yeah, cool.
getting potentially Tyler Hero.
You know, I feel so content with the Spurs. It's that old nice feeling again. Now that we've got this kid in here, you know, and they've signed these new deals with these new sponsors, and they've got these new owners, and you know they're getting ready to. Of course, we'll get into this maybe tomorrow. They're getting ready to. They're doing now some think tanking on how to build a sports complex downtown for both them and the Missions.
Do you believe that?
I do, yeah. It's just nice to sleep good. The Spurs will brilliantly handle Victor Wembanyama, but they ain't. But handling him brilliantly don't include trading for Dame. I'm just so happy we got this kid, whether you like his energy drink or not. You know, Kawhi Leonard was here for 8 years. God, I can't believe it's hard to think that he was here for 8 years. And it's fine. He's my ex-husband, and I let it go. I don't think about him anymore. But in this context, to help my point on the Spurs and how they've handled this Wembanyama scene, Kawhi Leonard, they didn't have any control over. I just don't think. I think he was too far gone nuts and was too out of here. Never wanted to be here in the first place. He just so wanted to suck on the teats of his hometown, Los Angeles. He was going to do anything, hell or high water, to get out of wherever he was. It just so happened to be us.
You can milk anything with nipples.
Kawhi Leonard is the opposite of Wemby as a human being. Wembanyama is a 19-year-old young man, old boy. Kawhi Leonard's a grown-ass man. I would trust Wembanyama to watch my kids, wash my car, run an errand. He just seems so more mature than Kawhi ever has. It's unbelievable, the maturity level. And Jerry West talked about this, of all people, over the weekend because he hung out with Wemby last week in Vegas some. Wembanyama is just an incredible dude, you know? And we've got him for 10, 15 years here.
I think Jerry West would have a perfect comparison from what he saw with his own eyes as general manager, Kobe. I mean, that's what...
Kobe was an 18-year-old, 30-year-old.
Exactly.
Oh, he was a 30-year-old, 18-year-old.
There you go.
Kobe showed up from day one saying, y'all motherfuckers, I'm here to win.
Right.
We're going to work.
All we're worried about is winning.
Don't show up.
Yeah.
I'm not going to... Did you see Kobe didn't get busted? He had a little trouble.
Minor details.
Yeah, but she took money and dropped the charges.
And that was later in his career. That was not.
And once you take money and drop charges, you've agreed that it didn't happen. So it didn't happen.
It's over.
Never had any other issues outside of that. It was all about, he had no time for bullshit. It was smart, multiple languages. It's nice. And I've said this forever. Look, I don't care who you bang, if you go to church or not, if you're an atheist. I don't care who your favorite band is. I don't care if you got good taste in energy drinks or not. Just win games, baby, and entertain me if you can. But if you're a good dude off the court, that's a bonus. That's fine. Bottom line, I want to win, and I want to be entertained. And if you can't win, at least try to entertain me. If you're just a good dude, just a likable guy, that's a bonus. Like I'll never back down from that. As a fan, I don't know these guys. They're just little dudes running around in a box. They're like a video game. So anyway. Again, I don't care what your beliefs are, who you voted for, just win. Or if you can't, at least entertain me. However, I do tend to support guys that are about things off the court.
Sure.
Like Manu, like Dirk Nowitzki, like Tim Duncan, my three favorite basketball players of all time. all dudes who, this is a dude I'd like to be friends with in the real world. He just happens to be kicking ass in basketball, but they just have this, maturation about him. Guys like Manu. Manu showed up, a young dude, crazy playing, wild ass hair, but he was still a smart guy who he was interested in shit. And that's just a bone. And Wembanyama seems to be that way too. Well, he doesn't seem to be. He just is. Kawhi Leonard, he was from the axis of evil. So that's it. That's nice to have. It's nice to. It's just nice to have a guy, and this drives non-Spur fans crazy. He just looks like a Spur. That pisses people off. He just seems like a Spur. And you don't have to explain that to Spurs fans. They all know what that means.
Yeah,
this guy looks like the prototypical Spur.
I mean, you could say a lot of the same, any athletic white dude coming out of high school, he looks like a Duke basketball player. Like, he looks like he's from
half those guys are a bunch of pricks. Wembanyama's not a prick.
But I'm not saying it's the same.
JJ Redick,
I'm not
I like
saying
him.
it's the same feeling, but I'm saying when you've established that much of a brand, of a culture, of a style of doing things,
that makes sense.
It's instantly identifiable in the same way.
Right. Whereas guy
nowhere near the same reasons.
No, right.
At all.
But you can tell.
Just instant identifying. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, that's a Spur.
Yeah, a guy who likes to party and tweets all day long and goes to the clubs and pulls titties out of people's bras. That's a Cowboy.
That's a Cowboy. That's correct. Yeah, see, now we're catching on.
All right, show brought to you by, in part, Hardwick Mortgage. My man, Brad Hardwick. He's the new official mortgage man of this show. If you're thinking about upgrading your house, maybe you're wondering how much you can afford, call to get pre-qualified with my guy, Brad Hardwick. Call Brad. Home values have increased significantly in recent years around here. Use the equity in your house. Pay off debts. Maybe you need some cash. If you're in the market to buy a new home, Hardwick Mortgage, they can shop across multiple lenders all over the area and find you the best deal. They are absolute Thunderdomers. Maybe you're looking to purchase a new or a used manufactured home with some land. Maybe you're looking to purchase some acreage. Call my guy, Brad Hardwick, at Hardwick Mortgage at 500-3835. It's 500-3835. The information presented is for informational purposes. This is not a commitment to lend or extend credit. Information and or dates are subject to change without notice. All loans are subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply as a result of refinancing. Your total finance charges may be higher over the life of the loan. Visit hardwickmortgage.com for more information. It is Hardwick Financial Services, Inc., NMLSID 1972012. Hardwick Mortgage. That's my guy. All right.
We talked about the Spurs and Dame.
Yeah.
But did you see they actually did trade for somebody earlier today or last night?
Who the fuck names their kid Cam Payne? That's what I took out of that.
Kind of a good bit.
They traded, it's each a throwaway. They now have 18 guys on the roster.
Yeah,
some of y'all got to go.
Got to go.
They brought it. He's an expiring contract. He's a rando off the bench. Won't even be in the league in 2 years, but
he's had moments in the league. I mean, he was a big part of their bench in Phoenix.
He sucks. Get him out of here.
Yeah,
he's a spare. He ain't part of the solution.
No,
but they're just taking on expiring deals, doing Phoenix a favor, and they traded a second-round pick for some guy called Cam Payne, who will probably be gone like a fart in the wind. Well, if he's not, 3 or 4 others got to go. You can't carry 18 guys. But that's his name, Cam Payne. That's like naming your kid. That's like your last name's Betty's and you name your kid Tigo. You're doing a bit.
Yeah, it's exactly like that. That's I'm sure it came down to either Cam or Tigo as they were holding their baby in the hospital and just looking at him like, oh, he looks like a Tigo, but we agreed on Cam.
His pawpaw's name is Cam, so let's go ahead and stick to it and go with Cam Payne. I'm sure his name is Cameron. Did they not think, hey, we love Cameron, but our last name's Payne? At some point, someone's going to call him Cam Payne?
I mean, it's not a bad bit.
No, it's not. It's funny, but again, you're doing a bit with your kid's name.
But it could be. It could be way worse. I mean, it's not like it's.
It's not as bad as like
Mike Hawk or.
No, it's not Mike Cock.
All right.
It's not Mike Cock.
It's Mike Hawk, by the way.
Mike Hawk? My bad.
correct.
Oh, my bad. What was it? Governor Hogg in Texas back in the 1890s, 1910s, had a daughter named Ura and then named another one Ima. Doing a bit.
That one's bad.
Fuck it. They're just girls.
Exactly.
We'll have fun with
We'll
them.
have fun with it.
Yeah. I'll name my son, I'll name him Sly.
It's not going to be my birthright? Yeah. Let's have some fun. Let's do a bit.
Yeah, marry them bitches off as soon as I can.
All white trashy like that?
Accurate.
No, these are good glory days for the Spurs, man. It's almost, thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, there's Big Richard and Terry. They became members. What's up, Richard and Terry? Thank you for becoming a member. I love you hard. It's just nice to almost kind of be in a situation now where I can be a cocky Spurs fan again. It's great. No, we're winning titles. God. We're winning titles, dude.
When? Starting when?
I don't know, but we are.
I agree.
I go to bed every night knowing that we're going to.
Sure.
It's great.
But I feel like there are.
I feel like I'm a virgin again, anticipating that first moment.
Exactly, yeah.
But I know it's coming.
It is.
She guaranteed it.
But it's probably going to be a minimum 3 years.
I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. It's just nice that the trajectory is heading toward a title.
Sure.
They're going to win it again.
But there's still a
It's
lot.
great. Oh, and I'll enjoy the journey. It may take 3 years. I'll enjoy it all, but I just, it's nice.
The timeline minimum is 3 years.
Probably, yeah. And the cool part is that we don't do what the fucking Heat do or the Lakers do. And I know this sounds like old school sports casting, but it is. By the way, if the Spurs traded for Damian Lillard and brought Shaq in and Kobe through trades and won titles, that'd be great. But it does feel more familial. It feels better when you do it with at least 80% of your roster being guys that you brought in, you coached, you developed, you extended contracts with. And the Spurs have this kind of equity with me. I go to bed every night. It's a matter of when they win the title again. And it's going to be within 5 years at least, and they've just got that kind of equity because nobody in the NBA has the kind of ingenuity that they have. Nobody does because they have to do it the small market way and still do it because they're just fucking geniuses, man.
Even saying, look back at the lottery draft picks that have won titles in their first 5 years. That list is incredibly small.
Tim Duncan.
With a team already established and built and set up that he walks into.
You asked me to look at it.
I know.
Did.
And I'm explaining, that's a very different situation than
Kobe
Wemby.
win within 5 years? I think he may have.
Yeah, but
Mike did not.
Mike didn't. Giannis didn't.
Yeah, but they didn't have. This structure, man, they're taking off soon. They've got one more year to kind of suck. This is going to be
you told me they're going to be 10 games over 500 next year.
I think I thought they went. Right now, and I reserve the right to change my opinion because as we do this show, it's July. Right now, I think 41-41. I think that's doable.
Look at the team. Look at
not 10 over.
Look,
41-40.
Giving you shit. Yeah. Look at the Western Conference this last season, and look at the teams that were within 2 games of 500 on both sides. The Spurs are nowhere close to those teams talent-wise right now. That is a massive, massive jump based off a 19-year-old kid who's going to be acclimating to the league, who's probably going to put up 20 points, 10 rebounds, 2.5, 3 blocks a game. He's going to have great numbers, but that's not going to immediately change. I just feel like there's absolute reason to be over the fucking moon excited about what it's going to look like. But I just, looking at the way the West is built right now, I don't think there is a path to even a play-in spot year one. I think we're still building blocks to processes.
If they're back in the lottery, that's great.
It's great. That's what they should do. That's my whole point. Because this is where when we talk about the potential, Lillard trade or any trade for a veteran, looking at the future assets they have, and we talk about you can't have 12 first-round draft picks on the roster because you're not going to be able to develop anybody. You're not going to give, you need that veteran. But it feels like there is a lot of the fan base that wants to rush this process instead of letting it play. Because there's also
Well, let us talk about Well, of course we want to rush it.
No, I know.
But we can't
But
because
that
we're literally
drives me-
in real time.
Right, but it drives me insane when I hear like, oh, they're going to be pushing, they're going to be top 4 in the West next year. Like, no, they're.
I will say that I do believe Wembanyama's presence will make everybody else better.
No question. But I think making everyone else better is the difference between a 20, what'd they end up this year? 20, how many wins? 20, what were they at? 26? 22? Somewhere in there?
I didn't watch a game. Now I'm going to watch every shot.
Yeah, they got you back.
Sure.
No, I
just want to be entertained. I want you to win.
Kind of like we were talking about last year, as someone who did watch a lot of that bad basketball last year.
Wasted your time.
No.
They're all going to be better
the
this year.
The excitement was watching the young pieces and deciding, I think that kid can play with Wembanyama next year. That kid is someone.
This year, yes.
Now you're going to get to actually see it.
Sure.
I mean, but that was the pipe dream watching all last season of thinking like, man, look, imagine what Sohan's game is going to look like next to Wemby.
Sure.
Imagine,
Keldon Johnson.
Exactly.
Will take another level.
Exactly.
Trey Jones will benefit.
Now that we're moving into this year, we know we've got Wemby. We know we've got Wemby. We've got all these young pieces of the foundation. Give it a whole nother year, just like you did last year, to see what's going to click, what's going to work, who's going to play off of Wemby the best. And then next offseason, you're going to have even more cap space. You're going to have expiring contracts up and down the roster now. Looking at McDermott, who they already had, who's going to be expiring now, Payne, some of these other guys that they've just gotten in for 1 year. You're going to have even more cap space. You've still got multiple first-round draft picks. There's no reason to mortgage the future just to try to get to 500 in year one.
No. This roster, this is why I led with fuck Damian Lillard or any other trades of blockbuster ilk. Let's go with the group we have right now.
Right.
I'm ready to roll right now and take my chances.
And
be absolutely satisfied with the outcome.
The only exception to that would be if you're someone like Tyler Hero, for example, in that scenario, if Dame's going to Miami, Tyler Hero, 26, 27-year-old sharpshooter, he has a skill that plays well in the league, can play well off of Wemby, can provide spacing. If there's a piece like that available.
We're in the thruple.
You're the third team in that.
Yeah,
do
that's
that
cool.
because you're still. I think the goal right now, instead of trying to get that one veteran like Dame, the goal is still trying to be that third team that's just acquiring the ancillary talent in those trades.
There's a reason why they would campaign. There's a reason they traded for him. And it's got to do with the next step.
I had never thought about that until you just glass shattered my brain.
That's the first thing I thought of.
And now all I'm going to...
Fuck names your kid Campaign.
Because I think about him as the kid who left Murray State as a sophomore to enter the draft. I've never just...
I think about questioning his mother.
Yeah.
What are you doing? All right, like and subscribe to this thing. You can listen to it on Spotify and iHeart and all the things. You can shoot us a tip on the Super Chat. Please become a member. We love you hard. It's only $6 a month to become a member. I need to announce a new member. We have a new partner to this thing. Mike Taylor Live, presented to you in part by Elite Collision of Boerne, Texas.
How about that fanfare?
We got a new partner. We're going to announce 2 today. We're going to have to do 2-hour shows the way this thing's going. Elite Collision of Boerne, Texas. Thank you to it's owned by local people. It's owned by a couple, and a dude that's in their family reached out. I've been talking to him. I went up last week and wanted to meet these folks because I like to vet people. I'm not going to just throw folks on our show. Went up, hung out with them. Beautiful couple. They are in business together, work together. He handles the nuts and bolts back in the back. She's up front because she's probably the one that has the brains. Funny how that usually works. Kind of like the R&R Auto Glass scene where Rick's doing all the work.
A little bit.
Weren't for Janet. They wouldn't make any money because she's, know what she's doing. Same scene at Elite Collision. They are north of the rim, just off of I-10. Locally owned, Poodle San Antonians, locally operated. Check them out at elitecollisionofboerne.com. If you've been in an auto accident, you got a lot of times people will suffer body damage and just kind of drive around and just go with it. My daughter right now is driving around in a piece of shit. Have y'all seen the thing I've driven? I've driven it to this house a couple of times.
I haven't wanted to talk about it a whole lot.
Why? It's amazing. You seen the condition of her car?
That model specifically is...
It's a shit car.
It's a known lemon.
My kid got screwed, and I'm going to tell this story in the coming weeks. We're going through right now some stuff with where she got this car.
Person that screwed her.
Yeah, it's going to come up on this show. And had I known about Elite Collision, not just a month ago, I could have avoided getting deep into the lemon, as you say, because it's sour. So if you've been in an auto accident, you've got body damage, and you want to turn to a Thunderdome-owned company, Elite Collision of Bernie is the place north of the rim off of I-10. They are longtime Thunderdomers. This is the official collision company of our show. Super stoked to have Elite Collision of Bernie on board, just north of I-10 north of the rim off of I-10, kind of halfway to Bernie in between. I think it's technically Bernie, but it's not all the way up in it, so it's not far. So shout out to Elite Collision. Super stoked. We'll probably do some stuff over there at some point, do some chats or whatever. You can call them at 830-251-6227. Again, an 830 area code. 251-6227, 251-6227, or elitecollisionofbernie.com. All right? All right. Had a dream my brother murdered my neighbor last night.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I've had a lot of weird dreams. I think Nina being gone.
I think that's probably,
screwed up my sleep.
What are we on, day 5 now?
Feels like 50.
Okay.
I kind of like that little gal.
Yeah. You sound like...
And it's also, I can't protect her. Like, she's so far away. I've told you this before.
Yes.
Like, if she has issues, or we missed our train, or it's too hot in the room, or I had to carry my bags up 3 flights of stairs, I'm like, because I can't, the ship. I'm a redneck boy from Fort Worth, Texas. I was raised to treat women like queens.
Yeah, manners never died in your eyes.
Shit, no. I help women, and I'll carry all her bags and carry her. I probably could carry her. She's so tiny
Easily.
in one arm and carry her bag up the stairs.
I saw we got another exotic locale. Come on now, Spurs.
We did, which will air at some point if LG can get it, maybe tomorrow. And we got another Miss Gray. No, so I think, I discovered something last night that I had forgotten to do, and it's almost by accident I discovered this, and this is the reason why I think I've not been sleeping. Her being gone is the reason number one I've not slept good. But last night I had a eureka moment. Holy shit, that's what's going on. I have trained my brain to think a certain way or feel something. Let me get to it in a minute, because I think it's why I'm having weird-ass dreams. I had a dream last night that there was a shooting next door of our house. My neighbor got murdered. And for some reason, I don't even know my neighbor's name, but in the dream, his name was Jimmy Dean.
Okay.
Like the sausage. And it was so realistic, and I was sweating. My brother, Matt, the truck driver.
The truck driver, yeah.
Ever tell you my brother was a truck driver?
There it is.
Matt. And I had a dream, like, I just hear, like, damn, that's a shotgun. So I get out of bed and go running out in the front yard.
Well, what you described would have been the fastest firing shotgun I've ever heard in my life. There it is. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Is that better? I grew up in a neighborhood, we didn't have a lot of shotguns. AK-47s.
Yeah, that's more what I hear at night.
I heard that one. That's what you hear.
Yeah,
I knew a Tech 9. Those Tech 9s are real popular in the 80s. Yeah. Those little punk-ass drug dealers.
Higher pitched.
Had a little, those little tiny-ass things. But then the AK was... Anyway, it's ridiculous that I know that sound.
Fair.
So I hear gunfire. And so I go outside, and for some reason, the cops were already there. I guess the guy called the cops before my brother shot him. And the cops kicked the door into the neighbor's house. I'm like, what the fuck? Someone shot Jimmy. or Jimmy got killed.
Jimmy Dean.
Oh, Jimmy.
Jimmy Dean, I told you.
All of a sudden, they're hauling my brother's ass out. They bring him out on the front porch. He's in cuffs. I'm like, holy shit. And I was just so confused because my brother lives in Fort Worth. Why First of all, I'm like, why didn't you tell me you were in town? And why are you murdering my neighbor? What are you doing?
The first question, we could have had breakfast. Why didn't you tell me you were in town? Instead, you're out over here committing murder.
Yeah, I know. But at least have a taco before you commit murder. And I was so just startled and shocked that I woke up. Like I flinched and the dream stopped. And then probably 30, 45 minutes go by and I'm in a semi-conscious state. It's probably 4 a.m. And I realized, damn, it's hot. And it's really, really quiet in my apartment. And I wake up and realize, oh, shit. I know why I have not been sleeping. So Nina loves to have a box fan going.
Oh, okay.
And I never needed a box fan. Hell, we have central heat and air, but she just likes the hum of it.
Yeah, the white noise almost.
Yeah.
Sleep machine.
And so I've discovered with her being gone that I have, just through osmosis, I'm now relying on the box fan. I thought, holy shit. Is it the fan? Because I haven't been turning it on with her not being home. I haven't thought to turn it on because I've never needed a box fan. It's nice and cool. Again, we have central heat and air.
Sure.
And I'm like, holy shit. So I grabbed the little switch and clicked it on and slept
30 seconds later.
Slept like a baby.
Yeah.
So my discovery today is I have subsequently become I'm reliant upon the box fan.
Yeah. I don't think
and I'll turn it on tonight right around 10 o'clock and I'll probably sleep like a dead man.
I don't think that's too uncommon. Because like I've got a buddy specifically, we make fun of because we care, we refer to his little fan lovingly as little fan. Just like it's exactly what it is.
Little fan.
Every trip.
Wait, he's little fan?
He's got a little desk fan that he brings every trip since college. I mean, he's had, and it's the same little fan he's had since the dorm room.
Yeah.
And that's, you just know if you're rooming with him, you're going to have the buzz of a fan, whether you like it or not, because that's just how he sleeps. The roommate, we have 2 fans that blow on us, plus the ceiling fan. But it's more of it's not really to keep it cool. Yeah. It's just that mnemonic device to go to sleep. Yeah.
When I first started sleeping with Nina, I didn't like it, but her apartment. She's let me lay next to her. I'm not going to complain, but I'm like, I don't like that fan noise. It's an ass whip. But I guess gradually as the weeks came, and now it's been over a year I've lived with her.
And you've been reprogrammed at this point.
I've been conditioned by that little Mexicana in more ways than I realized.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think this is probably a broader analogy for the whole situation.
I have another announcement I want to make. So Wednesday, I haven't told either one of you boys about this one.
No one told me.
I'm going to be doing a live chat on Wednesday. My first ever live chat, like an official one, at McFinnigan's Bar.
Oh, very nice.
The official bar of Thunderdome, McFinnigan's Irish Pub. At 5 o'clock, I'm going to, and I need some advice from you boys on how to do this best. So I've agreed to go do the live chat from, just to try to strum up business from McFinnigan's.
Sure.
I could do a live chat from my car, but I'm gonna have that bar in the background while I do it. It's a good bit.
Yeah.
To promote those guys for being buddies with us and partners. So do I do it on Twitter? Do I do it Facebook? Or do I do it on Instagram? Or do I do like 10 minutes and do all 3 of them while I'm sitting there? I'm just going to sit at the bar, drink a couple of beers, and live chat. That's all I'm going to do. What's the best?
Basically going to do
what's the best
AMA.
Modus AMA. What's the MO? What should I do?
I would say just do a little bit on each of them.
It's kind of what I was thinking, but I wanted to hear LG's
10-minute
answer
Twitter,
first.
Well,
10-minute
your Twitter's got the most followers, so I'd lead with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I want to build up the others.
Hey, direct everybody to follow you to the next platform.
Yeah, I could do that. And of course, and then Lawrence has told me since we started all of this madness with me being an influencer, which is the most ironic
embrace
thing.
it.
So
Just
crazy.
embrace it.
That you want to have different content, though, on your different social medias. That way the same guy will follow all of them because he's getting you in different forms.
That's correct. That's a good strategy. It's a good rule of thumb.
Right. So and there's things that I do on Facebook or Instagram because you don't have Instagram that you never even see because I just keep it to Instagram.
Oh, I assume Instagram is just full of personal slander against me.
Oh, yeah, we turned it into
look.
Why Puma
Yeah,
sucks.
exactly. That's what I figured.
No, it's not true. But I need to get better about that. And so now that I'm unemployed, I don't have a full-time job, I need to get better about building the brand. And so starting this Wednesday, and we're going to start doing at least 2 Wednesdays a month doing bits at McFinnigan's.
Nice.
It might be a live chat one week. I might play Loteria Bingo one week. We might do karaoke one week. We might do cornhole in the bar. I might do a testing with Richie.
Have a battleship tournament.
Test. Maybe, yeah. Have a battleship tournament. I'm going to start doing shtick at
Play
McFannigan's.
Super Smash Bros. On the
By the way,
TVs.
our viewers are watching us have a production meeting right now.
That's basically what it's devolved
Yeah,
into.
so I'm going to start doing some bits and shtick at McFinnigan's at least 2 Wednesdays a month. You boys are invited to all of it or none of it. It's up to you, completely up to you.
We should have like a Mario Kart tournament or something, or a Madden tournament.
That'd be cool.
On one of the TVs. We could
That'd be
easily
cool.
do that.
I used to do that when I was a kid. I was the first
FIFA
kid. This
tournament.
is ironic because I don't play video games.
I love what you're about to tell
My
me.
grandma, I was the first kid in my neighborhood to have a Sega. It was, whoa.
How did you get, how?
She bought it.
I didn't even have a
I don't know.
Sega.
I had Sega.
You sit
And
here
all
and
the kids
you rip
were like,
me
"What
for
the
being
fuck?"
this privileged childhood that I had. You're sitting here on top of a Sega way before.
I mean, who knows how we acquired it, Puma?
Look, don't ask
I don't know
questions.
how we acquired it.
It's just Wall Street bankers are rich and they're all crooks. It's not a matter of how they get what they get. It's the fact that they have it.
In the mid-'80s, having Sega was like,
That's
you're the one
huge.
guy in town
Yeah.
that has the cell phone.
Basically.
The big block phone. Hey,
It's more
talk to
like
me, bro.
You're the one guy that has indoor electricity.
At that time.
So
all the kids wanted to come over and check it out. And
little road rash.
And in the summers, well, for 2 summers in a row till I got tired of video games, I had tournaments at my house while my grandma was at work because it was me by myself. So picture 11, 12-year-old me. I had giant poster
Of
board.
course, yeah.
Taped it to the wall.
You gotta do it
and
right.
made a bracket
Yep.
with all my buddies. And we had Sega tournaments at my house in the summers in the mid-'80s. I haven't thought about that in 30 years.
You have ripped my ass a new one multiple times for the different tournaments that we
Well, I
would
don't do it
growing
now.
up. But I don't do it now.
Oh, I had all kinds of tournaments.
That's what I'm saying. Like that was with similar childhood memories. Why?
We'd have seasons.
Why do you say yes?
So I had a boxing season. Like in the fall, every fall for like 3 years in a row, like 9, 10, 11 years old.
Running different weight classes.
Yes. No shit.
Fucking nerd.
And we'd have fake press conferences. And I'd invite the neighbors.
Wasn't even. That's okay.
No
that's,
shit.
Yeah. You're way deeper.
We would
in
go
it than I
around
am.
knocking on the door and inviting every kid and adult in the
to
hood.
come to the press conference.
We're having a press conference, and we'd showcase the boxers.
They-
I was at a weigh-in this Sunday.
I saw that. Yeah,
I got invited. We'll talk about that in a minute. I got invited to a weigh-in for the Fury Fighting Championships we had last night at Techport. I did that shit in my backyard. We'd have poster board. We'd get like my neighbor, my buddy's sister,
Yeah, I was about to say,
have an announcement
meth
card.
head be the ring girl.
Had to toxify the girl,
Yeah.
had to objectify my buddy's sister.
It's the 80s.
She's 13. Oh yeah, it's good. She was fine with it. So, and we would make. I had these big steaks about this tall, like big, huge. Maybe they were like. Now what was it? God, it's been 30 years, 35 years. They were like fence. You make a
like
wooden
a fence
fence,
post.
and it had a point. So we'd hammer the fence post into the ground, and then take real strong rope, and we'd make a tourniquet around the fence post, and then make a ring.
You'd lash it together.
Sure,
Yeah,
we didn't
yeah.
have. It wasn't elevated. It was on the
But
dirt.
it was on the dirt. Yeah.
But we had ropes.
Yeah.
And we had fortifications, and it was the shit. And I was, and I led it. I boxed, but I also was the announcer and the play-by-play man.
You were the Don King of the Fort Worth barrio.
I was Don King and I was Mike Tyson, all in one. Yeah, dude, the things we did as a kid.
So maybe we need to have.
I had a pretty good imagination.
Maybe we need to have a punch-out tournament.
Whatever.
at
So that all being
McFinnigan's.
said, yes, thank you
Yes.
for bringing it back to the promo. Wednesday, I'm going to do just a live chat Wednesday. So I'm not inviting. You don't have to go out there.
What time are you going to be out there?
5.
Okay.
5 to 6. And that's it.
Yeah.
Have a couple of beers,
Happy
do some
hour.
live chats, give McFinnigan some love, have a couple of drinks, and get the hell out of there.
Get some wings from Richie.
Yeah. So that'll be Wednesday. And at some point, we need to get out to see the new fields because, you know, one of my side hustles also now, I'm working for San Antonio City Soccer Club, which has also become one of our partners now, the official youth soccer club of Thunderdome is the San Antonio City Soccer Club. They just built 8 new fields up off on the north side over on Speck Road, which I keep telling myself I need to get out there and check out. I'm going to this week. We need sponsors. They spent $2 million on these beautiful fields to make these kids feel like they're Messi. And now we're looking for sponsors. And if you become a sponsor on one of our 8 fields, if you want some information, reach out to me. I'm talking about, and I'm involved in it, so I know it's going to be legit. I want you to be taken care of. Field naming rights. We're going to put your name on the entrance sign. We'll make banners with your company on there. We're going to give you lots of love on social media. Me too, on my own personal in social medias. Anything that we help bring in as a show to them, I'm going to wind up endorsing myself. All kinds of good marketing strategies we got. We'll display your stuff in an office, whatever you need us to do. We are looking for field naming rights holders for San Antonio City Soccer Club, the preeminent youth soccer club in this town. I love these guys. I'm super stoked to be a part of what they're doing. They got a hell of a reach. They got over 1,500 kids that play in that club at any one time. It is the official soccer club of Thunderdome, San Antonio City Soccer Club. You can jump on any of their socials or just message me if you're interested in maybe helping with a sponsorship. Hell, maybe we'll let 5-6 guys get together. Y'all get together and co-sponsor it if you want to. As long as we get these things sponsored by the end of the year, while all their seasons get up and running, I'll be a happy man. It is the official soccer club of Thunderdome, San Antonio City Soccer. Okay. Speaking of Messi, did you see the scene for him in Miami last night?
Oh, the unveiling.
My God.
Beckham getting emotional.
They had a concert just to introduce him, and it was sold out. Isn't it weird? That's an ML. What is he doing, by the way? I mean, seriously, why the fuck would he sign with them? Enter Miami. It's great. It's amazing. The balls on Miami for even bothering to call him, much less he says yes to the job.
Have you looked at the deal he signed?
I'm sure it's stupid.
So
do they have the money?
It's yes.
What's the what besides Messi? Who's the current highest paid guy in MLS? Do you know?
Ooh,
or approximately how much does that guy get paid? I don't care who it is. What's the top salary in the league?
Probably like 8-9 million. If
what
I was
are they going to pay Messi?
So Messi's
That's a $50 million guy there.
But it's all tied in. So he gets like
own the team.
Yeah, he get potentially. Yeah. So he gets the same kind of deal that Beckham got, where he can start his own franchise after he retires.
Right.
At an extreme discount. Oh yeah, pour me some more of that lemon lime.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. At an extreme discount.
Here, take the rest. I'll drink the purple.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh God, more power to you. No, he could start a franchise for a decrease in franchise fee.
Yeah.
He gets like half of all league jersey sales, not just Inter Miami. He gets a majority. He gets a big chunk of like Miami's gate ticket sales.
Of course, that's how they're going to get me paid.
So it's less upfront in actual salary, but the potential payout long term, it could be more than what he would have gotten in Saudi Arabia or wherever else. And he for a couple of years he's spoken on the fact of specifically wanting to play in a U.S. market, and particularly one of more of a Latino, Hispanic based market.
Sure. Yeah. Well, of course, I was going to say it's a little closer to home. Not that close.
No.
I mean, Argentina's far from Miami, but it's not like he's going from Spain there. And maybe he's just, now that he's gotten on in his years and he's got more money than his great grandkids can spend, he's looking to maybe build legacies and icons and such through ownership. And maybe he wants to be an owner of a club for a long time. So that'd be cool if Messi winds up owning a team in the MLS.
I would assume that's going to happen.
And I'm not hating on the MLS, but it is what it is. To see him walk out last night and put on the jersey and hug Beckham and all the guys that are involved at Inter Miami was stunning. So it's like, so I don't know how good Inter Miami is. Are they? And hell, they're talking about bringing in guys that played with him at Barca.
No, they're last in the league. Well, they
Jordi Alba.
They unveiled Busquets and
He's
Alba.
done?
Yeah,
Damn.
they unveiled him with Messi last night.
I got to tell you, I mean,
Alba is on his way too.
I root for Austin just because they're up the street. We've done stuff with them, and we've had McConaughey on the air with us and stuff. And I'm Verde. I don't mind Austin, but I loved that. I mean, that Barca team from 10 years ago.
If you want to root for a team that has no culture or heritage and stole a franchise from a city and moved
Austin?
it, yeah.
Sure. Bunch of Californians running around with a soccer jersey on in Austin.
Even worse, Midwesterners.
I loved that Barca team with Messi and Busquets and Jordi Alba,
Puyol.
Puyol, yeah, he was older there.
It was his last run. He wasn't part of that golden generation, but he was still on the team.
That team was just with Neymar. That's the best soccer team I've seen in 20 years. Anyway, that Barca team from like 8 years ago was awesome. And it's kind of like resurrecting some of that roster in my. So are they about to win the league and never lose? I mean,
no.
Where Messi's still good?
Oh, he's great. He's world class. He just won a World Cup.
I know, so they're not about to take over, just take full hegemony over the MLS and win every game.
I don't think one player, even as good as Messi is, MLS is MLS
scored
is
40
not,
goals.
Sure,
left-handed.
Sure, but they also still have the worst defense in the league. They have
I don't want to hear the breakdown.
Well, that's my whole point.
We'll see.
This isn't the.
But this is going to
not
open
a league where one guy immediately can turn a team around.
No,
like
I know.
No matter how good.
I know that, but if they're able to bring now, dudes are going to want. Everybody would give their left nut to play with Messi, at least for a season.
See, and
they're going to get awesome fast.
But they, MLS is really. It's governed by mechanisms to prevent teams from just spending limitless amounts of money to bring guys in. So you can only have 3 players that are technically designated players, which means their salary is over basically $1.5 million a year. You can only have 3 of those guys, and they've already got 3. They've already got 2, and Messi, Busquets, Alba's on his way. There's your 3. So they can't sign another guy for a salary that basically would be over like $1.5 million. So that immediately
they're last place this season.
Yeah, I think they're second to last.
How far
now.
along is that season?
About the halfway point, a little further than halfway.
Well,
a little less than halfway.
When's he going to start playing? Next week?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
They may suck, but I'm going to watch it.
No, it's going to be
badass for that league. It's
going to be huge.
And maybe this changes the league. Maybe they get a little more recognition. Maybe they can have 5 guys making over $1.5 million in 5 years.
Well, and they've got. I looked it up. So the highest salary is like $7.5 million. I overshot it a little bit. I said 8, 9. But it's looking at the history of the league. Messi's 36 doing this. When Beckham came over, he was 29, 30.
Yeah.
We've seen superstars come over at earlier. Zlatan was younger than Messi is right now.
How
when
old
he
was
came
Wayne
over.
Rooney?
Younger than Messi is right now. He was like 33.
Hopefully this is not just another big star finishing his career and using the league to get some fun and get some marketing in the States. Hopefully the league can. I mean, the league has grown.
Absolutely.
Obviously.
It has. Well, and not only has the league grown, but you look at the teams that are actually towards the top end of the standings.
Yeah.
Their investment has been through plucking young U21, U23 South American talent from the Argentinian leagues, from the other CONMEBOL leagues down there, from the Colombian league, from the Brazilian league, poaching, finding those 19 to 23-year-old young South American talents and spending $7, $8, $10 million transfer fees on them instead of getting the retiring European stars or the retiring players coming back from Europe. That's why the league is in a much better place now. You look at the U.S. national team, half of their players on the field for the last month have been FC Dallas Academy prospects. So MLS has grown through youth investment in local academies and spending money on young South American talent. The Messis that come along, the league doesn't want to have a bunch of that happening. If it's someone as transcendent as Messi, absolutely, no question. If it's Zlatan, absolutely, no question. But if it's like the middle of the road, like Jamie Vardy. If he were to come, Jamie Vardy is a great player from
Never heard of
Leicester.
him.
Right. If he were to come over, that would be a retirement move. That would be more of your league is becoming a retirement home for older European players. The Messi move can be absolutely transcendent on the field for Miami because he's still world class, but financially for the entire league because it's now going to be one of the most watched leagues in the world purely because of Messi.
Sure. And so I hope Miami wins a bunch of games. I don't want them to go there and suck.
Yeah, I hope they lose them all.
I hope they win the title next season.
And they probably could. They probably will.
All right, I have another announcement today.
What is going on?
Well, this is the second new member of Thunderdome.
No one told me.
A new partner. And what's just the reason I went to the weigh-in, we had the Fury Fighting Championships. You ever watch any of that? Pay attention to that. It's based in Houston, I think. They were in town at Techport Center last night. And not only do we have a new official Fury Fighting fighter, we have a new official vodka through this partnership.
What the hell?
Yes, sir. And I need to go get a bottle and stick it up here on the table. Get rid of this nasty-ass tasting Barcode. Ladies and gentlemen, the official vodka of Thunderdome is now Live Oak Vodka. Live Oak Vodka, based in Beeville, Texas. Had lunch with two of the El Jefes from Live Oak last week. Chatted it up, had a couple of beers, and they want to become the official vodka of this show, and damn it, I'm going to let them. So thank you to Live Oak Vodka, the official vodka of our show, a 2022 winner in a highly recommended category. It's really good vodka. I'm a vodka drinker, have been for a long time, especially in the fall and winter. I drink a lot of vodka. If I'm in a club, got Nina with me, we're hanging out, dressed decently, I usually wind up drinking vodka. And now I know which vodka I'll be drinking henceforth. The official vodka of this show is Live Oak Vodka. They also sponsor a guy called Zach Borrego. Met Zach. You see the picture of the big dude I took a picture with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of those dudes was a little more intimidating than the other two in the picture.
Well, that's why I brought Adam Montalvo from Mexicana with me, because he looked less intimidating than even me.
It was a bit of a first, second, third. It was a bit of a podium finish.
Yeah, so this dude, Zach Borrego, he's a Southsider, San Antonio man, and he got beat his last fight, so he was in need of a win, and he kicked some ass last night at Techport Center. That thing ended in the second round. Woo. Shout out to Zach Borrego, who won his fight last night with Fury Fighting. He is also sponsored and supported by Live Oak Vodka, who is now the official vodka of this show. And shout out to these boys. So they actually vetted us.
Oh.
Turns out they came out, no shit. So Live Oak Vodka officials showed up to McFinnigan's 2 or 3 shows ago. We've done some stuff at McFinnigan's. They went there just to see.
What was it? Draft night?
Maybe.
That was the last time we were there.
A handful of times.
Yeah.
One of the times we were at McFinnigan's, they went out just to see what the scene was and watched our dumb asses, and now they want a partner.
I was about to say, okay, sure. Like you vetted us.
Okay. You know what you're getting into.
It's good to have you on board.
Hell yeah. So welcome to Live Oak Vodka.
I actually drank some vodka this weekend for the first time. I know.
Yeah. You put down that ranch water finally. Huh?
Well, Steph ordered a cocktail that I didn't think I would really enjoy. And then I took one drink of it. Okay, so to speak.
I can't handle that.
I took one drink of it, and I was like, I'm going to change my order. Let me get 3 of those just lined up. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, I mean, I usually drink vodka in the cooler months, but I got caught up in the hoopla at the weigh-in. I had 3.
Oh, good God.
And it was cool. It was up on top of the new Rosarios.
Oh, up
on that, they got a little upstairs
25
now.
And older bar they have up there.
Nobody was looking. Well, I guess it was private.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it wasn't. No, it was not. It was public. Is it 25 and older up there?
Yeah, they're doing that route.
Well, I didn't even get carded. That hurts my feelings.
Yeah, well, buddy.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I think it's like those days. You're not going to get carded for cigarettes ever again.
No, never. I walked right in there. No one said a thing. No, it was great. It's up on the roof. Rosario's moved to where the old El Midasol building used to be, and Midasol moved to another building. And what the hell's in the old Rosario's? Still empty?
No, it's that. It's the Puerto Rican food.
Oh, I need to try that.
I can't think of the name of it. It's good.
Yeah, okay,
it's
cool.
really, really
okay, good. Well, I was at the new Rosario's up top.
Puerto Rican tapas.
And they got an indoor bar up there, and it's like an L-shaped outdoor deck, right? And it was all shaded and everything, so it was hot, but it was bearable. But then you could go and you can come and go inside, and because they had the indoor bar up there too. It's beautiful. It's great. It was cool just to be a part of something that scene. It looked big time.
You know what's now that I'm thinking,
they're slugging live oak vodka and watching these dudes. I'm sorry, I know it cut you off.
No.
It's the first time I've ever been around that many fighters.
Yeah, it's a different energy.
Jesus. And now this is the day. This is the day before a big fight, so these guys are in fight mode. Even the women, and it's like, "Hey Zach, my name's Mike. Can you take a picture?" Sure, man. He was very cool, but he was very serious. I mean, it's the day before a fight.
Sure, can't waste energy small talking with you.
You can't. I can't even imagine like the mentality you have to get into, knowing that you're going to beat the shit out of someone or get the shit beat out of you or both in 15 hours. And so let me go play grab ass with idiot radio hosts or whatever. And he was great. He couldn't have been cooler. He was very accommodating. And anyway, I only took 2 seconds of his time. Quick pictures. He put the fist up. Thanks, dude. Please don't don't throw me off the top of Rosario's.
I'm gonna go.
No, he was
put
great.
my back against the wall now for an hour.
Great.
Yeah.
So, don't be shocked if I get his tickets to go see fights now. To support our boys at Live Oak Vodka. Official vodka of this show.
All for it.
Keep them coming. If y'all have an interest in being a partner with this show, come on. Hit me up and we'll talk.
No, I was just going to say, you talk about the rooftop bar at Rosario's.
Mm-hmm.
This last weekend, the rooftop bar, I think they rolled it out Friday night officially. The rooftop bar at the Aztec Theater building opened as well.
I saw the headline.
Yeah, so we're because I remember, however many years it's been.
Are
now,
you allowed to go back in there?
8. Oh yeah,
the way you burn bridges when you leave companies.
I don't look. I manage my responsibilities and I give full notice and
okay.
No, Aztec. Everyone's
you didn't ghost them.
No, we've still got multiple connections
I know,
personally with Aztec. No, they. I remember like 8 years ago or so, whenever it was that Paramore opened, the rooftop bar at the north end of downtown. Mm-hmm. And I just remember thinking like, man, this is so cool. Like, why don't we have more? Why aren't there more rooftop bars in the downtown area? Because it's nice, it's not like it's skyscraper skyline, but there's actually something to look at when you're,
it's great.
You can see a downtown view or an aerial view of the river carbon. Like there's, obviously I don't have to say it, but it seems like from the time I moved here to now, we've got 10 times as many rooftop bars downtown. Like every building has a rooftop terrace, or even St. Anthony with the rooftop pool. I mean, that's been there forever, but there's more. Feels like finally they're starting with some of the newer construction, like the new Rosario's building.
It's beautiful.
It feels like it's not an afterthought anymore. Yeah. It's actually accentuating the downtown landscape.
You can post a tweet that I put up, right? Like in timely fashion.
Like you mean like right now?
Yeah, like soon. If you can, it's okay.
The hesitance.
No one told me.
I'm sorry. That's my fault. I need to start thinking of that. I just because I forgot that I posted a picture of me and our buddy Adam and Zach Borrego. I guess you saw that picture because, that's a big dude.
It was a big looking dude.
Even those little guys would just beat the tar out of me within 1 second.
Sure.
But before I even thought about throwing a shot, I'd be like, whoa, I'm on the ground already. Oh, my leg's being contorted the way it's not supposed to go. Tap out. But can you imagine getting I can't. I just get my ass kicked. There are some badass people that can fight in this town and in this world.
Yeah, that's correct.
And I'm not usually
and
around
I'm not one of them.
that caliber of fighter.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when we had Mario Barrios in with us, the boxer. the world champion boxer.
The one that you ass whipped into giving you an impromptu boxing lesson.
I did,
yeah.
and he did, and he didn't like it. Just being around guys that can fight like that, squab like that, and in this case, literally beat the shit out of you and break your arm. It's cool and dangerous and intimidating, but kind of cool too. So anyway,
a lot of cool.
Good time.
A lot of
All
cool.
right, very good time. All right, what else today? Show brought to you by R&R Auto Glass, the only place to ever go. If you're in need to get glass fixed, it is R&R Auto Glass. They are easy to find right by the airport at 281 in Tacoma. That's one of the coolest things about them, in addition to all the other things. Locally owned, take all the insurances, super fast, get your car in and out.
Live from San Antonio,
and
Mike Taylor.
And the Taylor, and the Taylor Especial can be yours. All right, I'm just glad you messed up for once.
This is what happens when you try to get me to do a Twitter picture after the fact.
It's still on me.
You ruined the live read.
I would, you'd only make a mistake if I fucked up.
Well, that's
Start
why.
off.
Yeah, that's why we got to have pre-production meetings.
We should have production meetings before we consider having pre-production.
I didn't think about it. I got here early so he could set up all this room. It's great. I love it. I like it. Is it cool if I put some stuff behind me though?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I've got my I've got my Rangers Ranch Waters poster.
Bring some of your shit in here.
Got the Live Laugh Love poster we received.
This is we're still a show in progress here as far as aesthetics, and I'm just shout out to Lawrence. And now that he's upset with me, that he busted his ass to get all this reset up in here, and he was dropping F-bombs when I got here this morning because he was trying to make sure all the square pegs fit inside the round holes to get this thing back up and running. It looks great as always. So anyhow, thank you to R&R Auto Glass. Get the Taylor Especial when you go in there to get your glass fixed at R&R right there by the airport at 281 in Tacoma. They take all insurances. They're easy to find, super fast, and they'll give you a hookup when you mention me. All right. What else today? See how long we've gone. This is the longest show already by far. And I still feel like it needs to be tighter. I do. As we continue this on-air production meeting.
Yeah, I was about to say
I don't like meandering podcasts.
No.
Get it in an hour or don't get it in. Because most people are not going to stick by you after an hour.
I think hour 15 is about the mark where,
Yeah, that's what. At 45, I'd like to start winding down.
I'm looking at about an hour 18 right now.
Right. Oh, is that your way of telling me you got stuff to do?
Yeah, I just didn't realize we were doing 2 episodes today.
We're not. I'm stoked. I'm happy. So the rest of the day, now I got to go and I got to take my daughter furniture shopping. Because she's going to stay with us long term.
So why do you need furniture? Don't y'all already have?
She's bumming a room. She's going to have her own room, so I'm going to help her decorate it.
Oh, okay.
I need to put some stuff like her. She's bumming like a 19-year-old dude's room.
Right now.
Yeah. So we'll be doing that.
I lived with.
There's your picture, by the way.
Cardboard box.
Oh, finally. I'm sorry.
Hey, there's your picture.
Well, he was like, remember the kid? Boom goes the dynamite.
Oh, classic. I need to get that drop.
No matter how fucked up the newscast was, he was gonna get.
He was gonna get
Boom
that
goes
line
the dynamite.
in, yeah.
Lawrence was determined to shoehorn that picture in. There it is. Okay, cool. That's me on the left.
There we go.
That's Adam Montalvo. That guy that is right there. That's an Alamo City All-Stars jersey, which we still need help for those guys too. They're still looking for a place to play their games. And we're looking for help to get their games streamed, and they want you and I to do the games. So we're still trying to help them get their season rolling. The Alamo City All-Stars is the ABA team. Adam is the co-owner. Adam is also that guy in the yellow and black. For those that are watching our show, Adam is the guy whose dad named the Spurs the Spurs.
Such a cool story.
Such a cool story. His dad is the one that recommended, let's go with Spurs, and the Spurs were like, wow, that sounds great. Let's do it. And he got season tickets because of it. And that big sumbitch in the middle, if you're looking at our show and not listening to it, we're showing a picture of Zach Borrego, who is an MMA fighter and fought Fights in the Fury Championships, and last night at Techport Center beat the tar out of some dude. Yeah, that's the last son of a bitch. You know how you can always tell when you're around someone who does this shit? You know who not to screw with? They all have messed up ears.
Yeah, that's a cauliflower ear.
Yeah, you see the guy with fucked up ears, you ain't messing with that guy.
What's
ever.
the...
Not that I fight with anybody. I'm an old man. But
so
anyway.
someone MMA trained like he is.
Yep.
What's the age you would have to go all the way down to where you could whip their ass? Like
never.
That's what I'm saying. Well, no.
4-year-old, he beat my ass.
Well, okay, that's an exaggeration. But like you think like what's a high school freshman? What, 15, 14, 15 years old?
Him at 15 and me at 15?
No. You at your age now.
Oh, now.
But
how young does he have to be?
Yes, that's what I'm
48?
saying. Right.
Well, I'm also
at 18, he's still going to whip both our asses.
Oh my God!
Right.
Yeah. Well, see,
At
here's the
16,
thing.
probably still going to get us.
Well, see, I'm
But
also
14.
I'm also reaching that stage in my life at 48 years old where if I fight, I'm going to get hurt just by fighting.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm going to throw an arm out of socket.
Yeah, it's not going to matter the impact you take.
I'm
Just going to be
shred a
movement.
groin,
Right,
just
exactly.
engaging.
So maybe 7th grade MMA fighter.
Could I
we
whoop
could
Zach
take
Borrego's ass if he were in the 7th grade? Maybe.
I don't know. Have you
Funny you
seen
mentioned
7th
this.
graders?
I know
lately?
we're going longer, but you put another thought in my head. I went to elementary school with a kid who when we were in the 5th grade, I watched him beat the shit out of a 9th grader, and I felt terrible. I'm like, someone stop this, because it goes. Because everybody,
the euphoria,
fight, and then you just watching it, and it's like, whoa,
yeah, that's enough.
And none of us could stop Big Rich because he was Big Rich. His name
With a name like that.
Well, his name was Richard Wooten, Big Dick Wooten.
There you go.
I called him that too.
Of course.
I called him Dick Wooten. He thought it was funny.
Of course he did. Why would he not?
Well, because he was also the school bully. And he beat me up. Well, he didn't beat me up one time. I think I've told you this story. If I told you the story, I was on the playground just doing my own thing in the 5th grade when I was 10 years old. All of a sudden, Big Rich comes around. He thought he was just playing with me, but he was so big, he hurt me.
Yeah.
So he comes around and puts his arms around the back of me and gives me the iron claw, like gives me the Fritz Von Erich iron claw right into my throat. And I thought he was going to puncture my neck. And I thought I was dying. And I guess I just panicked. Like I had this fight or flight come over me. This kid's twice my size. He's just watched him beat the shit out of a 14-year-old kid. He's 10. So he lets me go and he's laughing. He's just goofing with me. He didn't know he was hurting me. And I'm just like sobbing, crying. And I wheel around and I just start kicking him in the leg over and over. I'm just like, you motherfucking... Again, I'll fight you. I'm not scared.
Yeah.
Even though I'm going to get my ass
not
whooped.
gonna,
And to his credit, thank God, he just stood there and took it. He
Just
felt
kinda
bad.
laughed. Yeah, he's like,
felt bad.
let him get it out of his
I
system.
just kicked him in the leg over. He wound up playing right tackle for TCU.
Well, there
He
you
was
go.
a big
you go.
rig. Anyway,
Yeah. So could 48-year-old you beat up
Borrego.
14-year-old,
Zach Borrego?
14-year-old Big Dick Wooten?
Oh God, no!
That's what I'm saying.
And
right
Zach
now,
would whip my ass.
exactly. So I mean, you got to go all the way back to basically 5th grade, like 10-year-old.
Yeah. Hey, Zach Borrego, if you were 10 years old, I could beat your ass.
See, like these are fun hypotheticals to me when I think about, because it's like the same way where you think about, like how, like Wimbledon was this, but like. How young would Djokovic have to be for you to be able to beat him in a match?
Oh.
And that's like 6 years old.
6.
Literally.
Maybe. That's a maybe.
Maybe.
He was a prodigy at 6.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like by that point, by 6 years old, Djokovic, he had already played more tennis than you and I have in our entire lives combined.
Yeah.
And I've played a lot of tennis.
Nice to see him lose, by the way.
It was great,
He's
wasn't
an asshole.
it? That was awesome.
Good for Alcaraz. All right, we're done. That is it. Thank you to our new partners. Thank you to our old partners. Thank you to Live Oak Vodka. Muchas gracias to Elite Collision Repair and Bernie. Our 2 newest partners. We're up to like 7 now. If you want to support this show, reach out to me via email. Jump into my DMs. My email is miketaylorshow@gmail.com. That's it. We're done. Tomorrow is Ass Whip Tuesday. Thank you to DJ LG. Thank you to the biggest Puma. We'll see you boys mañana. I've gotten a lot better at this YouTubing.
you, puppy!
This program was made possible by contributions from viewers and listeners like you. Thank you.
This is a Bronx-bound 6 local train. The next stop is